Communi-cast Podcast. I've got Mr. Honks, the Smelly, and Bread Boy. And
Hey,
for our guest, first ever guest, we have Snail. So,
Welcome,
Hi, hello.
Snail.
welcome.
good intro, guys.
And if
Yeah,
I'm
good
not,
intro, guys.
Yeah.
Also, don't call me Smelly. You're mean.
We got any birthdays? Anybody's birthday go by
it
recently?
was
yeah,
my
we do-
birthday
we've been-
recently.
It was your
became-
birthday.
That
My
became a
birthday is in the
recently
summer.
passing thing. Yeah,
We
mine's
we
in-
wished you one last podcast.
Yeah, in the first ever episode, I believe.
But yeah, if you
No,
guys
the
haven't
second
read it,
one, because that was my
Second?
birthday.
Oh yeah, because your birthday's near that. People don't really tell us when it's their birthday. I believe this is
Yeah,
Isaac.
we should
Are
probably
they
go
even-
ask people for that.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
it's
didn't we do
Isaac's
that last
birthday,
podcast?
So
Yeah.
I think we did. But this is Isaac. It's their birthday. So happy birthday if you are listening.
Yes, happy birthday. If we can't really say your name because we don't know who you are, but happy
Yeah.
birthday.
So
Happy
birth-
birthday.
if it's been your birthday within the last 2 weeks, happy birthday.
Hey,
yeah,
what about
I mean-
people with 3 weeks, huh? Whoa.
It's been
Wow.
3 weeks. I think it's been about 3 weeks.
It's been about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
What about
But-
people with 2 weeks and 1 day? I can't believe you.
Well, I don't know what to tell them.
SMH my head.
No, please.
My head.
Okay. So this episode's based on art, as you can already see from the intro, or not intro, but the title.
The
Title.
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 I know, guys. I'm very good. Yeah. So I guess since this is based on art, everybody just kind of talk about when they originally got
I'm
into
gonna
art
be
and stuff.
learning a lot this episode. 'cause
Yeah,
I've
I don't
never
draw.
done anything about art.
I've
or
only
art.
really drawn a piece of bread. That's about it. I don't draw much.
Well, it takes a lot of skill to draw a piece of bread. You draw a piece of bread, and then put eyes
Well,
and put a mouth.
The person with the most skill gets to talk first. So Snail, there you go.
Yes, snail.
I feel insulted. Not joking.
Well, that's unfortunate. Alright.
Alright, I draw a lot, basically. I was planning on drawing today since it's the weekend. I just got done all my tests, and ever since I'm finished that, then I'll just start to draw. But honestly, drawing is really hard in my opinion because I change my art styles a lot, and it's really hard to stick with one because you can stick with one art style and then you're oh my god, that's so good, but then you just draw it the second time and you're okay, that's bad, I'm gonna change my art style.
So it's
I
like
never
one of
knew
those,
there was
one of
more than
those
one art style.
pictures where the longer you look at it, the worse it gets. Like the stranger it gets.
Yeah, basically that.
Well, I've never knew you can draw with more than one art style. I just thought you stuck.
I
one
knew
thing
you
and-
could, but I didn't think it was so interchangeable. I thought it
It
was,
was
it took months to even figure out that you wanted to change.
No, it just it takes a week in my just from how I do it early.
That's so funny how you can go from the start of a week being like, "Oh my god, I'm the best artist ever." Then in the end of the week, it's just like, "Oh my god, this looks like chicken scratch on a paper. I'm gonna burn this."
I mean, that's how it is, really. I mean, it's not just me. It's it's kind of other people, because they just think differently. To other people, okay, I'll take my family for example. They think anything I draw is really good, but for me, it's just no. I don't like it at all. If I drew a stick man, my mom would say, "Oh my god, that is so amazing." And then for me, I'll be okay, it's just a stick man. I don't know what's so amazing about it. But that's how it is basically my art.
About art. You can draw something that's an actual masterpiece, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, that's so good! You're like a dime a dozen. That's so good." And then you'll be like, "What are you talking about?
That's amazing.
This is garbage."
Yeah, that's exactly how it is.
I mean, my sister's an artist, so every time I draw, it's 2 lines compared to what she draws. It's insane.
Yeah, she's a
Yeah.
really good artist.
Yeah, it's something she's been doing for a while.
We have tons of very good artists in Communi-cast
there's a bunch.
that
I
we just
agree.
haven't really
Yeah.
talked about before. Like there are some people who do very, very professional work that
Mhm.
I don't think a lot of them do commissions, but I think if they did, they would make a lot of money off of that.
That
Yeah,
is true.
if I could feature more than one art piece, I'd feature like 50 in a week. There's so many good ones here.
Well,
Well, you got to be patient.
Snail,
I
can I
mean,
ask you a question?
Yeah,
I
sure.
know you draw on computer and I guess iPad and a lot. I can't really tell the difference. What makes drawing on like an actual electronic different than paper? Your preference.
Um,
The undo button.
yeah,
it's yeah, the undo button, but it's basically it's like it has something to do with the like art style again, because for some people drawing on paper, their art can be like either really good or really bad on like traditional, which is like paper, and for digital they will like draw their art really good, like their art style is like amazing, and like their shading, because it's on digital, but it's like really different on paper. That's exactly how it is for me, actually, because if
So
I would to draw on paper right now, it will like look so terrible, and I will like regret it, and as soon as I just start drawing on like digital, it would just like look really good. But I would like stick with digital art than traditional. I have to be like a real professional, and I have to like stick with my own art style, and just like to be able to draw on paper.
well, I always drew on paper.
I mean,
I
I've
guess.
done like I had a Wacom Intuos. I don't know where it is now, but I mean, like, I'm not the best. I mean, I suck at art. I'm not done it in over a year. But there's, I don't know, some people just prefer traditional more than they prefer digital. Kind of
Yeah.
preference at the end.
From the very little I
Yeah.
draw, I definitely drew better on traditional than electronic for some reason. I don't know why. I guess I was just more used to it.
Well, that's kind of like the polar opposite for me. I like drawing on paper, but I feel that my art is like, and I rarely draw too, but when I do draw, I feel like my art is more professional looking, I guess, when I draw it on my phone or on a computer. But I only use my
Mm.
finger. I don't use like the fancy, like Apple pens or
It's a
stylus or
What, you
whatever
use a
they're
world of
called.
pen?
difference.
What is it? What is it,
Just
Honk?
imagine like what kind of pen do you use? Do you know like how much it costs if I can get one? It's called my finger, buddy. You got one
I,
on your
I
body.
I actually use my my Sharpie.
Yes. My phone is completely black now from me drawing all over it because it's a Sharpie. My phone is broken now. I can't see anything on the screen. Well,
Well,
I've seen
yeah.
a lot of things in Communi that have like blown me away because I didn't know that we had that uh, I guess quality of art in the server. I knew everyone was good. I just didn't know they were that good. Like there are some pieces that I was like, okay, did they actually draw this? Because if this looks like it's from an art gallery, a lot of them are like that because we have so many talented people here that I can't possibly begin to list them off in this one podcast, or the entire hour would just be us saying names.
Well, I have a question about social media and art. What platform do you mainly post your art on? Because I follow you on I follow you on Instagram, and that's where I see
Mhm.
most of your art. But what other platforms do you post it on?
Twitter,
Twitter. All right.
and basically that's just it. Just like Instagram, Discord, and Twitter.
Is there any special platforms that is just mainly based for art that you post?
Not that I know of, no.
I
There's always
know.
DeviantArt, but that's a pretty risky place to go,
Yeah,
especially
no.
now.
I know there's an app that I use for Photoshop and mainly my thumbnail titles I use for YouTube. It's called PixArt, and I see a lot of people posting on that. Have you ever used that app
Oh.
before? or is it bad?
No, I haven't. I do editing and like effects on IBS Paint. So like since it's on my iPad and since I'm like mostly draw on my iPad now, um what I can do is just that when I'm done my drawing, I go to IBS Paint and then I import my drawing from like a different application to a canvas here. It has to be like the same size, of course. And then I can just start using the like the effects that they have on here.
Well, that sounds
And that
complicated, and I can't do that.
um not really. I mean, like in my opinion, because when I'm done like going on Procreate, I always like use layers, of course. So what I do is that I like turn it into a transparent background, so it can be like it has like no background at all as soon as I like import it to a different application. Uh and basically it would just like show up as that. So it has to be like in different layers so you can be able to um use effects on all of them and it will like look really good. But all you like have to do is just like either like use it as a PNG or transparent PNG and then share it and then import it because like it's already saved in your files and then you import it into IBS Paint. Well, I mean, it sounds easy to me, but like
That's
if you
because you do
tried
it a
it, it
lot.
was
It's
like,
kind of irregular. It's just one of
yeah.
those things. After time, it comes like
You were
natural to you.
mentioning something about layers, and that reminds me of all these like artist memes that I see on Twitter and stuff. And I read them, and it's like when you accidentally forget to switch to a different layer, ha ha ha. And
That
I'm like, what does
that
this
is
mean?
true. That
And I
is
have no
true.
idea what it means. I have like a basic understanding of it, and then I have nothing else. So I just have to go off my basic knowledge.
If I was on my computer, I would like demonstrate it for you, but I'm not.
Well, I have a question. As an artist,
Yeah.
have you ever tried animating just for fun? Not seriously, but just for fun.
Yeah, I've actually
I think
like
I remember seeing
I
some
tried
of
animating
your
a long time
animations.
ago, and
And
it's like pretty hard, really, in my opinion. I mean, for me at least, because people, if they like do like art already and they think they're good at it, then they will start to go straight to animating for the first time. And then they'll get like critique and then they will like start to get better. But for me, like I said, I'm still looking for like a perfect art style for me. And as soon as I figure that out, then I'll start to go like anime and stuff, which is like it's kind of easy because I did try animating before, but then it's also really hard.
yeah,
But I mean, yeah.
Do you guys have a favorite I don't know like
like
video game or movie, like animated movie? I mean, not like
art style, kind of.
not like art style, but just a game or animated movie that has the best art in your opinion,
I
like
don't
the
know.
most stunning.
That is really hard. That is really hard.
I do have one. It's a very new game. It actually looks amazing. It's called Ghost of Tsushima. It's
Uh
very very good. It looks amazing.
I
I'm pretty
prefer
sure it's the best looking game of this year so far.
I I prefer like movies and shows that has like smooth animation. I mean, it has to be for movies, of course, because if you're doing it for a show, then promise me it would take like a long time because you have to make it really smooth. But yeah, there is some like that is some like animated shows that has like really smooth art styles and animations and yeah, and that's why people enjoy it. But I don't know because I would say like the My Little Pony movie in my like cuz they're like the way how the animation is on that movie, it's like pretty smooth. I love the art style because it's like really different than their regular art style in the show, and that's what like makes it really good and entertaining. And in the way how smooth it is in the movie makes it even more entertaining and like intriguing to look at. So
Hmm.
yeah.
I do like a lot of not like old, but semi-old art styles for old TV shows, like the old Batman TV shows. Those
Oh,
are
those.
are some of my favorites. I just love any kind of show in that because it always it's probably just nostalgia from watching the show, but I still love it.
So like I said that I like love The Legend of Korra. I only like that show because of their art style and like it looks just like anime. And you know me, I love anime. So like anything that looks like anime, of course I'll like start to watch it. And also the plot has something to do with it as well. And that's why I like get so interested. But I mostly like love the show because of their art style and like how it like looks just like anime and stuff. But I mean it's a good show on its own. And the animation I mean they do have animation of course. Like the lip syncing and like the movements. It's really good. And that's what I like about it as well.
Oh well, let's talk about OCs. Art, what mainly inspired you to? I mean, not Art. Why did I call you Art? That's my bad. Snail.
Yes.
What mainly inspired you to make your OC? What is your OC? I've never really saw your OC.
It's like I make like a bunch of main OCs. I don't want to like make a bunch yet. So I'm only starting with one, which is like a clown dog, sort of, because
Yeah.
I love clowns.
Oh,
Hold on,
I
let me
hate
get a
clowns.
picture.
That's one of my main fears. I can't stand clowns.
I
They
don't mind
scare me.
them.
I watched American Horror Story, and that one clown, that messed me up, bro.
Oh, I forget his name, but I know what you're talking about. The one with like the face mask
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it looks like teeth.
Was it his origin? Like he tried to kill himself with a shotgun and then blew his
And
jaw
then he
off.
like blew his jaw off, and then
Yeah.
now he wears that.
Oh my god.
Okay, got a question for you.
Huh.
Where did Turt go?
Yeah. He just vanished. I guess this
He
is the
is
honk, snail,
gone.
and bread podcast now.
Yeah, we're getting rid of Turt.
He is
But
muted.
what out of all of
He.
your drawings, what is your top 3 and why?
My top 3. So the saddest thing is that I always like delete my artwork. So I'm like
Oh,
what's bad? But I think my top 3 is the rad one. Hold on, let me find that.
I just saw that one. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's in Communi-cast. So yeah, it's like my rad drawing, and then like the rad part 2, since they're just like both new. That's what I like the best because it focuses more on anatomy, and that's how I want my art style to be on really.
Hmm.
So
what artwork has took you the most time, and why does your art sometimes take the most like effort and time? I guess.
because it has something to do with like the line art, because line art can take pretty long because it has to be like clean, and it has to be just like really straight and curvy, and also really clean as well, so it can
Yeah.
have better quality. It can't be too thin, it can't be too thick. It has to be like just the right
Has
size,
to
but
be like
I mean it depends.
has to be like Goldilocks. Can't have
Yeah.
porridge is too hot, porridge is too cold. got that middle one that's just right. Something like that. Would you
Where
give
is it?
any tips that you would give to a beginner in like the art world who just
Repeat
started
that.
drawing? If you could give any tips to a beginner in like who's coming into art, who would it be? I mean, who would it be? What would it be?
Beginner tips. That is pretty hard. Like, I mean, I will only like help them on line art. I'm not good at shading, but line art is like pretty easy for me, and I will help them on anatomy as well, because anatomy is like struggling for an artist and an animator. So if I were to give them tips, it would just be for anatomy if they need help, and
Okay.
for line art as well.
I'm gonna sound so stupid. What is anatomy and drawing? What does that mean?
Oh, I actually know what that is.
Anatomy is like basically just like a body, like a full body. Like how to draw hands, how to draw legs, feet, a head, and nose, eyes. Basically that. Basically that. All right. I'm gonna send it in. Wait, where can I send this? Is it okay if I send my art in general
Sure.
chat, or I can't?
It's whatever you want to do.
All right. I have like bad Wi-Fi.
Well, while we wait, let's theorize on where Turt went. My theory, he fell down the stairs.
Fell
now-
down the
No,
stairs.
I think he went to.
my blind, me being blind, I've had my mic muted for the last like 20.
Oh my god.
You're joking, aren't you?
You're joking.
For a little bit of context, we record all of this stuff in a VC, and yeah, I had my mic muted. So
Oh my god.
All right, I sent it in general.
Pretty good.
Those two are my favorite.
Turt, you're gonna have to do some editing.
Yes, sir.
I'll have to edit this in. It won't be bad. Yeah, that is actually really nice.
Well, now that Turt's back, guess we
I
can.
do have you know when I was asking before a game or a movie that you think has the best art, I do have one that I completely forgot about. Cuphead.
Oh yeah.
Cuphead
Oh yes.
is so amazing. The fact that they didn't like take the cheap way out and just like do it in the modern method, and they fully did it in the original style with all the original methods, and they stayed true to it, makes me love the game, even though I haven't played it.
Indeed. Like, it's just so like the full game itself is just like so like amazing, and like the style on that is just like immaculate. If that's how you freaking pronounce it. Oh my god. Can't speak.
I saw a thing that was like they had to draw a character 300 times to move in just a few seconds, and not even half a minute. They had to draw it like
I don't know
over
what era. I think it's like
1930s, I think 30s. Right?
yeah, like 1930s art style.
Rubber hose animation.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that's what it's called. But that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite styles of art. But there's a thing that has branched off from that has plagued the like Cartoon Network style for a long time, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people know what I'm talking about. The classic face that Gumball
Oh yeah.
Steven Universe.
Oh,
the
that, yeah.
Classic, the classic faceplate that they just put different faces over, and that's all everything is now.
That is amazing.
And then it like it would be a post that shows that, and then it showed like old 1990s Disney that showed like what is that movie called?
What's it about?
It's the one, you know, the Road to Delgado, that movie, and then
Oh,
there
yeah,
was
that
one.
one.
Yeah.
There was that one, and then there was the Atlantis one. What was that one
Oh,
called?
I know it is Atlantis. It's called
Yeah.
Atlantis.
It's something Atlantis, like Trip to
No,
Atlantis,
no, it's
the
just
Lost City
Atlantis.
of Atlantis.
It's just Atlantis.
Is it just Atlantis?
I know that because I watched that movie 80 times.
Oh,
I watched it.
Well,
And there's
that-
like the
that
second
animation
movie
is
called The
awesome.
Lost World as
Yeah,
well.
it is.
oh, okay, that might be what I'm thinking of. But anyway, that's amazing. Just I love that, and also, hello,
Hello?
what happened?
I think we lost Snail.
Did we lose Snail?
Did we lose Snail?
No. Snail? Well,
Snail
well,
disappeared.
guys, Snail's gone.
So I guess
Snail's back.
Oh, whoa. Okay. What else art related stuff do we know? I guess like, do you guys really like kind of doodle? Because I sure do.
no,
I don't really doodle. I do in school.
I do in
All
school.
the time.
Yeah, I
I
do it in
do-
school as well.
Yeah. I used to doodle like Dickman fight scenes down the side of my paper.
No, I never did that. I just draw little blob people.
I used to draw. You guys remember my old Stubbs OC? I used to draw him
Oh,
all the
yeah.
time.
Remember my my folder that we just drew on for like half a year? That was a good
Yeah.
folder. We received the question from Communi. So that's good. The question is, let me real quick. Gotta scroll. What is the most underrated art program in your opinion?
Art program? What do you mean art program?
Like
Like-
drawing app.
Yeah, drawing program.
I
I would
have
s-
nothing about that. I don't know anything about that.
Basically everyone besides IBS Paint and Procreate. Because just all of them don't have the same stuff as IBS Paint and and Photoshop, like the art application for Photoshop, that
Oh.
also is a really good one. And Medibang Paint Pro.
Yeah, I use
Fire Alpaca. Basically, it's really good because of like the brushes and what they have to make a really good animation. Besides, Procreate. No. Procreate you can animate, and Medibang you can't animate in that one. But still, it's like the brushes, because it has like brushes that other applications don't have, because I think it's only for basic art. They don't need to make it look perfect. It's just something that people can just doodle on with color, and then they're just finished, like no shade or anything. But just, I would say that those apps are kind of, I wouldn't say for professionals, just for people who just want better brushes and stuff to get better at art. So they use those applications to draw on. But if people just want to make basic art and animation, they use the underrated ones, because it's just like, it has simple stuff on there.
I do have a favorite animation channel that I completely forgot about until this podcast. That I think is very not underrated. He has 12 million subscribers, but I don't feel like a lot of people talk about him enough. You might know him if I say his name, Alan Becker. Do you know Alan
Yeah.
Becker?
He's
Oh,
been
yeah.
popping into
I
my
do not know
recommended
him.
recently.
he did the original Stickman versus series. That was like Stickman versus user, Stickman versus Minecraft, things like that. Where he would animate the Stickmen, but he would just like have them interacting with the mouse and stuff like that, and everyone loved it. But I just don't think he got like he has tens of millions of views, but I don't see him like spoken about anywhere for some reason, and I don't get why.
Yeah. I've not really. I've seen like a few of his videos. I know he did like tutorials on animation.
Yeah,
He
he used to do a
stuff.
lot of tutorials, and I think he still does some.
I used to watch those back in the day. That was a while ago.
Well, if we're gonna be talking about popular animation channels, there's like 2 or 3 that we can't not talk about.
Who is it?
I think you know who it is.
I
1,
don't.
The Odd Ones Out. 2,
Oh, yeah.
Jaden Animations, and 3, something else YT.
I love
Those are
something
the
else YT.
those are the 3.
I've
Those
never
are the
watched
3
Jada Animations
biggest ones.
though.
I've
I
watched.
have. I used to watch her a lot.
I've seen
Same.
every video.
I
But
just
then I
stopped
kinda
watching
fell
them
off.
because I just feel like their humor has gone down a bit, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I
I
think
don't really
they've.
laugh at them anymore.
I used to laugh at them too, but I feel like more than since they have more of a crew now. I don't mean like a crew. I mean like a team of animators. It's more like pumping out videos more so than putting time and effort. I think what I'm trying to say is it's lost its touch.
Yeah.
Originally, it felt like it's just a one-on-one talk with you
Odd Ones Out, for example.
and like the owner of the channel, but now it's become, now that you know that they have like a full team working on it, it just kind of feels fake. Like they're trying to make you think it's just them, but you know that behind the animation, it's multiple people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. At this point, they kind of have to have a team to keep up with today, too, because you have to upload every month, or you are going to fail. I mean, that's just how it works.
I wouldn't agree with that.
Well, when you're with his type of audience, where it's pretty much just little kids like watching a lot of content. So if it takes him a while to make a video, he wouldn't do as well. But he's still doing, I mean, insanely well. He raised $645,000 for his card game, Cafe Chaos.
Well, as I was speaking of before, Alan Becker, he puts out a video every 2 months, and he still gets like 23 to 50 million views,
Which is
and
insane.
I think, which is insane. And he doesn't, and he still has, I would say, the amount of people, like he has less people than the Odd Ones Out. He has less subscribers than the Odd Ones Out, and I would say he has the same audience that it's kids watching these because it's Stickmen in Minecraft. But still, he only uploads like every 2 months, and he's still making way more than the Odd Ones Out.
Yeah. But I don't really think it's about money sometimes. I just think it's about the
No,
audience.
not making. I get what you mean. It's not about money. I shouldn't have said making. I mean like getting more views than the Odd Ones Out.
I mean, James gets a good amount of views each video.
I'm not saying he doesn't. He does. He really does. I'm just saying that I was just using that as a as proof that, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm being honest, I think we've
Talked
very
about
much
every-
exceeded. Yeah, we've talked about everything. We've very much exceeded what we set out to be our time limit.
So, who wants to do the outro?
I think that's enough for today. I think
Yeah.
that's enough for this podcast.
That's pretty much it. All of our
We're gonna link everything that Snail wants us to link in the description, along with us. But we have that in every video. But mostly focus on Snail's links in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and
Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.
see you guys in about
Bye.
3 weeks. Goodbye.
Also, our uploading schedule might be a little more